guys, welcome to Raja Makes Money. How are my money makers doing today? Hope you guys had a great day in the market. It was crazy today in the market. The markets were really down. Some of the high risk, high flyers that we've been playing, they were really up, and we are back to making money again. And there's our chicken, winner chicken. So yeah, just crazy day in the markets. Trying to figure out what to play, what to do. Just insane. About the peak today, I was up about $600,000, and at the bottom of the day, I was up about $100,000. But I still came through, scraped out some profits, and wound up for the day up $329,000. But it was a crazy day. I mean, it's hard trying to trade when your hands are tied. You know, when they change the rules on us in the middle of everything, how do you make it all work? So definitely crazy stuff, but we survived it. And I actually, I'm actually feeling pretty good about next week. I like what we did, or what I did, I should say. Hopefully, if those of you who are following us or our Patreon members, and I saw some of your guys' comments and rolling down and stuff. I finally got somebody at Charles Schwab to help me and to let us roll down, because at one point I didn't think we were going to be able to roll down. But even without a roll down, I'll show you guys how to hedge it if you didn't roll it down, or if your stock got put to you. And that's what I was ready just to take it, the stock, and say, you know what, I'll take 400,000 shares of BlackBerry, because I actually like BlackBerry. I think BlackBerry is a real company, but they're all real companies, but BlackBerry has stuff going on. They have the cybersecurity. They're going somewhere. They're growing. They have 130 jobs posted, international, U.S. and international, for hiring. They actually have a story. They're actually going to do something. I think it's a good, and it's cheap. It's it's a 14 right now or whatever it was, but they also have a good base. They were a $7 to $10 stock. They weren't 50 cents of a dollar and went to 100, or 500. So I actually am not that worried about it. I think they have a good base. I don't think there's really that much downside potential. And because of all the volatility and how high the volatility of the VIX index is, there's just a lot of movement and stuff. And I'm going to show you guys all that. So let's just get right into it, where we finished for the day. We are up $329,000. Our Express today, we had 75,000 shares of that. That was up $1.30. I think at one time it was up as high as $8 or $7, somewhere up there. Let's see here. EXP. Pre-market, I know it was up even more, but high of the day $7.50. So definitely would have been nicer to have another 100,000 out of that one. I did have some limit orders in around $9, but they never got near that. We also still have these Express contracts out there. This was a screw up that I did. I thought they were for this week, but they were actually for 3 weeks from now, or 3 more weeks. So we have a pretty big position of that. I'm not really that worried about them. Even if I got the stock put to me there, we'll only be into the stock at average cost of about $3.50 a share. I don't think it'll get put to us. And that's another problem, is Express right now, they don't have a weekly contract. They don't add anything to it. So I don't know if the market maker gave up. He's just going to service these. I was looking when the stock was way up today, and the lowest those actually got, because if they got low enough, I was just going to close them out, because we're into them about $3.30 or 40 cents. I was like, let's get rid of this position, because it's tying up a lot of margin, for us, because all these naked positions, we have, not that much, 630,000 tied up on that. So it's not as bad. But the good news is we don't have a $2 million margin. Remember, at one point we had a $2.5 million margin call. We don't have that any longer, so that's good news. We got that all cleared up, and like I said, you know what? The Dow was down 600 points today. The Nasdaq was down a couple of hundred points today. We came out pretty good. Everything was down 2%. So if you came out a winner today and you actually made 6% in the market, I think we did pretty good. And that was, obviously we had yesterday's bloodshed, but I think we had a good recovery. Looks good. Jaguar today got going. Our slot whisperer, Jeff Schwartz, said that the Jaguar was supposed to be big news. And it actually ran right around then. It ran to like $4 or $3.55. And it was like, oh my God, it's really good. Maybe this is it. And then it just came down. It came down faster than it went up. It was like 315, 320, and also $3.55, and it stayed there for about a minute or two, and then down to $3. And somehow or another, it bounced around, and somehow or another, it wound up down 10 cents at the end of the day. So hopefully that one does something or it comes back soon. We also had the rest of the stuff we didn't really do anything with today. OPT didn't do much. When the like I said, when the Dow, the major markets start crashing and they start coming down so hard, a lot of your smaller penny stocks and stuff are not going to perform well, just because people start getting margin calls, they start panicking, and they don't have that extra money to go buy these cheaper stocks. When those markets are doing really well and stocks going up and they're using margin, then they get, or if they're not using margin, but they have a marginable account, more money gets allocated to them and people start to gamble more and take more risk. So it's going to definitely, until we have an overall market rally, some of these will probably be very hard hit, until we have some really, really good stories on them. Sunshine Biopharma, I don't know. I'm not impressed by it. I was looking for it to do some stuff, so I started selling some shares. I sold 200,000 shares, almost of it off. But for a stock that traded that kind of volume, and I couldn't even get my stock sold, so I was a little concerned about it. I think we're going to lose, about a penny a share if we sell it. Well, we still have some, so maybe it'll pop Monday or something. Who knows? AMC, we bought all those contracts back. We had those 900 out there. Even the hat, I got some at a penny. The rest I had to pay 2 cents for. It took a while. The stock was at like $13. It's still at $13. This is the $5 contract, and should have been at a penny at the beginning of the day. It was crazy. And then we had the BlackBerry. We had the 14s, the 15s, and the 16s. I closed out the position on the 14s. Just bought them back at like 20 cents a contract. So we actually made money from where we sold it. And then on the 15s and 16s, I rolled those down to 13s and 14.50. So we did at first I wasn't going to be able to do that, but I finally found, like I said, somebody to help me, and I was, I had to argue with them it took about 30 minutes, but we got it done. And the thing is, we actually have some profits in there because I did it in the last 20 minutes of the day. So all the premium was pretty much out. So that's why we made a lot of money today on the 16s and 15s and 14s, because once that premium comes out, that when they say the volatility index and that option premium, you're not really paying much. So the stock's kind of like the $13 strike right now, it's $1.80. It's $1. BB is at what, 14? It was down after hours a little bit, but it's at like 14.10. So it's $1.10 out of the money. But the stripe, and it's paying $1. The right thing here, $1.80. So we've got so we basically have $2.80 in spread right now. So definitely a lot of volatility there. But I like this position. I'm very comfortable with it. I'm hoping this week it's above 14.50, or we'll just keep rolling these down and pick up another 200,000 every week. So on 2,400 contracts, I picked up 80 cents a contract. So that was almost 200,000 more dollars. So we have 657 in play. And on the 90s, I picked up about 90 cents or 80 cents, 90 or 80 cents, so another 50,000 or so. So, we have more profit in play. We have $800,000 there. So hopefully next week. So if BB takes off again to like 20 or 25, and these things are like, 25 cents, I will probably close them out. And it just hovers around here. We'll ride it out all week. So no rush. Not going anywhere, so I don't have to worry about it. Mysterious MM, $5 super chat. TSNP is the next PayPal. Help squeeze Citadel in the OTC markets. Awesome. I'll have to check that one out in a little bit. Not familiar with that one. But yes, let's review the trades we made today. So these were pre-market. None of them got filled. Let's see. Oh, oops. Securities. There we go. All right. So this is what we had today. So I had these pre-market orders in today. Nothing took place on those. They didn't get filled. Never got near it. I figured, what? In case I was sleeping or missed something, and it popped, wanted to take advantage of it. Jaguar, in case Jeff Schwartz's information was correct. I just threw some shares out there. I figured, hey, it popped, to take advantage of that. Sunshine Biopharma, as you can see, I tried to sell 300,000 shares at 10 cents. I got a partial fill, not very many. Then I went to 9.7 and got some, and I gave up on it. So I'm sure it was the right amount. AMC, this is the ones at a penny. So you can see here, it was very interesting. Like I said, it's just crazy how many partial fills there is to get this thing done. But we got it done. And then we had the big rollout. So first, and then the 14s, like I said, I bought those back at 20 cents. Normally, I don't buy these back, or they would have expired worthless. But it's a good thing we didn't, because after hours, BB is at 1384 by 86. So these could still get put to you. I mean, somebody may, it's a big position, 90,000 shares, but somebody may say, you know what, it's at $13.84. I sold this guy that he didn't close his put out. He's going to give me $14 for these. I want to sell them right now, or something. So I just figured for 20 cents for, it's 18 grand. In the scheme of it's a lot of money, 18 grand, but in the scheme of things and how large my account size is, and like we've discussed before, I can't micromanage pennies all the time. Sometimes I just have to do something. So when I'm going for hundreds of thousands of dollars, a day, a week, so sometimes and it's just a lot of exposure, because I didn't know where, it had gone all the way down today to 1369. So I was like, if the last minute of the day, this thing dropped a point, it could have got really, really ugly. So sometimes I just, close them out, call it good. Then we did the rolls. So these are the two rolls. So what this does when you do it as a rollout, and this is what we've talked about before, there's, you can roll out, you can go up, you can go down. So I did a credit, a credit to myself, and I rolled down. So the first one we did was 900 contracts of the 15s. We bought those back at 98 cents here. And then we sold 900 contracts of the 13s for $1.84. I try to get a little bit better spread, but these market makers now are just screwing you on any kind of volume. It's really, really tough, like I said, to play them well. And then we did the credit spread here on the 2,400 contracts. So we bought these back at we got one contract and then it dropped. So on these 239, we did an 80-cent credit. So we bought these back for $1.90, and then we sold these for $2.77. So this is what I was saying, on 2,400 contracts. So we didn't make money on this for the week, but we rolled down, so we didn't lose any. I mean, we're down on the trade itself, but we're still ahead. And on 240,000 shares, 2,400 contracts, I picked up 80 cents a share. So I picked up $200,000 $210,000 in more profit that they're paying me to take this. So I like it, like I said, if it goes down more. So one of the things I was looking at, and this is what I was going to show you guys, and we'll talk about now, is what could I have done if we had if I would have got the stock put to me. And this is what I was going to do is, and we'll pull up the option chain chart here. If I would have taken the 16,000 shares in, you can write calls against your shares to hedge it. So if I would have got stuck with 16,000 shares, what I would have done for next week is I would have done the call at $16 is paying $2 almost, $1.95. Well, there was two things. If the stock ran and it was above 15 or 16 and I owned the stock, I would have just blasted it, because you know what? I just get out of this, and we made money. We would have made good money if I got the stock put to me, because I technically just paid. I technically kept the whole premium that they gave me originally, and I just bought the stock for $16. That's my cost. And if it ran to 17 or 18, we would have made we'd make a lot of money, a lot of profit. If it went down, we'd lose a lot of money. So the options gives you a little bit more leverage. But the other thing is, if I didn't know what it was going to do, I would have then sold the calls on it. So we could have sold the 15, let's say, for $2, or the 16 for $1.95. So on 240,000 shares at $2, I would have got paid, basically $480,000 off the get-go in my account for giving somebody. I own the stock, just like what we're doing. You know what? You want to buy BlackBerry? I think it's going to go to $50 a share next week. You want to buy it? You give me $2. You can buy it for me at $16. So my profit would have been capped, but But like I said, rolling it all out and doing all this, normally that works out better. But now that they've made it 100% marginable, it creates a little bit some different stuff. I also wanted to show you guys on like on Express. So this is the problem with Express, because I would have done the same thing, or if they had a weekly one and I have these 75,000 shares, or if we're looking to do stuff. But the problem with Express is they only have a 1 month contract. So if I want to wait 3 weeks, I could say, you know what, you want to buy my stock at $5 a share, or let's say this, we own our stock at basically about 880 a share is our average price. So the $9 strike, and I think something's wrong here because these are all like the same prices. So we'd have to get it, because I know the $7 one, $7 put's $390 right now. So so like the $9 call is probably not $275. I don't know how accurate that is. It's going to be somewhere around $2, I would think. But it was basically the same scenario. I could take those 75,000 shares I have and say, you know what, here they are for you for, give me $2. But I don't want to wait 3 weeks. I'm just hoping Express pops back to above $9, $10 this coming week. We get out of it. We make a couple 100,000 back and we call it good. So after hours, BlackBerry was down a little bit. So like I said, it was good we got out and stuff. Or let's take a look at our Bitcoin. Elon Musk, you guys saw, tweeted Bitcoin. So Bitcoin has been running up. Everybody, it got really high. It's come way down from where it was. I think it was like 36, 37,000 for a while. So the power to Elon Musk every time he tweets something. But definitely got that going on. But let's talk about the biggest scam I've ever heard in my life. So when I heard Robinhood resumed trading, I thought, oh, that's great. They're finally, you know what? They're fixing the problem. Before they've already caused a lot of damage, but they're fixing the problem. And then I heard they were only allowing you to trade 5 shares, and then they lowered it to 1 share. Who in the hell is going to day trade and buy 1 share of AMC at $13? I was like, what? And AMC is going to, like, it has to go up 10, like, I mean, somebody's just sitting there, like, give me 1 share, it goes up 10 cents, sell. All right, wait for it to drop, buy again for 10 cents. You couldn't even make minimum wage playing 1 share of stock. Or is their idea to get you to buy 1 share of all these, stocks? It's insane. So just nuts. Just make no sense at all. David says, guys, Webull or Robinhood? Webull, and don't forget, we have the Webull Challenge, and that starts this coming Monday. So if you haven't signed up for your account at Webull yet, here's the link to do that, as well as here is the link in the chat for where you guys need to send your entries. So you need to take a screenshot. Also, if you haven't signed up or you haven't been approved yet, or there's a delay getting your $100 in there, don't worry. You can start the last day of the month. I don't care. If you start the last day of the month and you make the right trade, you may win the whole contest. It's just for fun, bragging rights to see who the best trader is, who can turn $100 in to the most amount of money. You do get 2 free shares of stock when you sign up. And there's some confusion. You definitely get the 2 free shares of stock when you sign up. There's some confusion once you make your $100 deposit if you get 2 additional shares or if that's the 2 shares you get. I do not know specifically about that. That was yesterday. Somebody had mentioned that. The thing I do know is you get 2 free shares. So at least you have that. That counts towards your total. You can't add any more money than the $100 you start with. And we're going to see who gets bragging rights for the best trader on Raja Makes Money. So it's going to be exciting. And once a week, you'll send in your updates to us to let us know how many points or what your value is and what your top trades are. And I'm going to be watching. If I see some guys making some good moves, picking some good stuff, I can't wait to see it all and stuff. So hopefully be good. AJ says, I'm signed up for the Webull Challenge. Let's go. Let's do it. I made 10K on Dogecoin last night and add more for tonight. Awesome, man, David. Congratulations. And all these coins and cryptos you can trade on Webull. So you have $100 in your Webull account. I don't care how you make it. I mean, I'm looking more for the stocks, but it's a $100 challenge. You can trade whatever you want. So how much can you make with Webull with $100? So that is up to you guys. Somebody says I made 7K on CATB, but I missed Dogecoin. Yeah, and I thought when I looked at Dogecoin last, it was starting to come down a little bit, so it'll definitely be interesting. Made money today on Riot and Mara. It sold early pre-market and bought and sold later in day. These two have been my money makes all week. Congratulations. And it is, guys, you have to really, really take advantage of the pre-markets because there was so much opportunity. Like today, if we would own unfortunately, options don't trade then, but if we would have owned our, BlackBerry, we could have just sold it out this morning when it was, $17.50, $18. I think somebody said really early in the market, Express was over $9. So I don't know for sure. Can't say or not, but somebody else just said Webull is giving out 2 for signing up and 2 more after you make the $100 deposit. So I guess you do get 4. Like I said, it's what they say. I'm not 100% positive, so I'll leave it in your guys' hands. Anthony says, if you're trading stocks, it's always good to have more than one brokerage account because I'm a crazy day sometimes. You have one site that's out and then you can't go to the other site to trade. So yeah, no, definitely having some backup or something. If you have a lot, I mean, if you're just trading, this is your first time you're getting into it, or a few $100, I don't think you need a lot of brokerage accounts. But it's good to have backup, and you definitely probably should trade somewhere where they let you buy more than one share of stock, because honestly, that is a joke. It's an embarrassment. Robinhood should be ashamed of themselves. I mean, I don't even understand what's the point of letting you trade. They've had to raise money. So what is happening? They did it now on Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. So obviously they said they're not in financial issues. Well, when somebody borrows $1 billion immediately, they have financial issues. And what they're doing is they're hedging all their money. Not hedging. So they have to pay the brokerage houses. So this is where this whole margin and all this stuff went crazy, and they're selling, people are getting their accounts sold out. What happens is, for example, if I didn't have the account my size on Tuesday or Wednesday this week, or Monday, I don't know what day it was, when we bought those contracts or sold the puts on BlackBerry, my margin requirement was only like 50%. Well, then they changed it to 100% requirement. So when I sold it, everything was fine. Well, all of a sudden, so I sell, $4 or $5 million worth of puts on BlackBerry. Everything's fine, made money, everything looks good, right? Well, then when they went to that $100 or 100% requirement, all of a sudden I had a $2.5 million margin call, remember? But they were still letting me trade. So I don't know. I was like, so I think their whole systems were all jacked up. Well, it's the same thing. So they have to put up that money with the brokerage firms or with the trading houses. So somebody has to pay for that marginable money. So if you have, what's happening is if people are taking large positions, or you bring on all these new customers, and let's say we brought on 100 new customers today, and all these 100 customers all put $1 million in their account. So it's probably not going to happen, but let's just say hypothetically that's what happened. And we all bought Apple, and Apple is a marginable stock. It's not, it's very volatile, but it's not, they're going to only allow you one share. And you have the margin. They have to then go out and find 50% of that money, because the brokerage house doesn't give them the stock without getting paid. So if Robinhood took on 100 new people today, and they all had $1 million accounts for $100 million in new business today, and we all went out and bought Apple, they have to figure out, and if we all bought Apple based on the 100 million, they would have to find another $100 million to match that, and if they're going to then give that to us in margin, and that's where they ran into some trouble. So yes, I don't think they're financially broke or having problems financially, but money management financially wise, they are having problems. So that's what's going on there. If you guys heard all that and stuff. So, all this, I see a lot of chat here about this Dogecoin and all that. Honestly, you guys have to really, there's fundamentals, and this is why the market, and this is why I've been telling people, This is a different kind of market. You have to really know what you're doing and play smart, because these stocks that have run, and you guys have watched me this week, and the good news is after all of this, we are up for the week $160,000. So we actually pulled out a profit this week. Even with losing $900,000 in one day, we still are up for the week, and so our first month of trading, we're up $785,000. So I think that's pretty good. So everyone, give yourself a round of applause. Hopefully you guys all made a lot of money this first month with us when Roger makes money. Big shout out to all my Patreon members. Hopefully you guys have all done well and taken advantage of my trades. Some of my trades have not been the best that I've made. Some have been terrific. Also remember, guys, this is for entertainment purposes only. I just share with you what I'm doing in my accounts. And my Patreon members, I share with you in real time what I'm doing in my accounts. I also share with you my thoughts, what I'm thinking, and how everything is working out and stuff. So one thing is, you just want to know, like I said, I want you guys to know my mindset. So when you're making decisions, you can do the same. Unfortunately, when they change the rules on us, it just changes everything. Because like I said, I had that, a couple of $1 million I could have averaged down or done something. Well, when they stop letting you trade a stock, you can't short stuff any longer. You have 100% margin call. It just totally screws everything up. Or not letting me roll out. Well, and like I said, it was silly, because I basically had to say on the phone, I'm like, to the guy, that makes no sense at all. If it's 100% marginable and I have 100% of the money in my account to buy the stock at the $15 or $16 strike price, why can't I do this? Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. It's high risk. We changed the rules. So I finally got to somebody high enough up who was very cooperative and stuff. So that's why I went with the rollout after I had posted initially that I may just let the stock get put to me. Either way, I'm very comfortable. I'm happy. I'd rather have less chips on the table, but Mondays have been pretty solid. I think you're going to see a lot of momentum. More people are going to be talking about this all weekend long, and you're going to see more people jump on the bandwagon. I also, like I said, BlackBerry has a nice base around $7-10. These other stocks are way out of whack to where their bases are. And at some point, they're going to come down. You're also going to have now the SEC getting involved, all these senators and hearings. And, the other thing that was very interesting, and you guys think about this. So you have a group of people on these groups, that are shorting stocks or, buying the stocks. And, they said this is the people. I think there's definitely a lot of little people involved in this. But I also think there's some huge, huge people involved in this. Because with Robinhood or these things, if you can only buy one share of stock or something, I mean, this thing traded. Let's see here. Here, we'll pull it up today. So like GameStop today traded. It's still up 67%. Would have come back, but it traded 50 million shares of stock. So basically, it traded 25 million shares, or 25 million shares got exchanged. 25 million people bought, 25 million people sold, created 50 million in volume. If there was more people buying of that, that's probably why it went up. So probably 30 million people, or 50 million, 20 million people were selling the stock today, and 30 million were buying it. That's why the stock went up so much. If it was an even match of how many people are buying, how many people are selling, the stock would have stayed the same today. So that's a lot of money. If we took $25 million times $325 a share, it was all over the place. So who knows what price somebody paid or didn't pay. But if you did the math and you took that, that's a lot more than a bunch of Robinhood people or, Webull or just small people trading it. So something interesting going on, something different. I don't know. I haven't got to the bottom of it. Like I said, I think we're going to have some interesting times ahead. The other thing now is, with market risk and all this stuff with these markets, with trading halted, it's going to be interesting too, how this all shakes out, because what are they, there's no way to stop this. Like I said, they're not making up a line and saying GameStop's going to become the next electric vehicle maker. This is the best stock. It's worth $10,000. They're coming out and saying, we have facts. There's a public information that GameStop is way over shorted. And, let's put a short squeeze on it. That's not illegal. There's nothing there, and I don't think there's any way to really stop it. Well, the only thing that the market makers can do to really try and screw us back, which they started doing, is one, try and get the trading houses that says shut down accounts or not allow the stock to trade, which they successfully did for a day yesterday. Then once I think all the senators, the legal people, and the lawsuits started flying, they realized they were in the wrong. So now their new thing is you can only buy one share of stock. So if I own it, I can sell 10,000 shares at once. But if I want to reacquire it or I want to sell my position out here, I'm going to buy it back for less, I can buy one share at a time. Well, I mean, like I said, that's pointless. Maybe you can make some money trading GameStop because if it goes up and down 50, 100 points a day and you know what you're doing, you can buy one share. It goes up 10 points, you make $10. If it does it quick enough, maybe that would pay you, minimum wage at $12 an hour or whatever, $15 an hour. But it's pointless. But the problem is, if you bought it and it went down 10 points and you wanted to average down, you can't buy one more share to do that. So I mean, the whole thing is, this is going to be a it's going to be very big, whatever happens with this. Then they had breaking news that Biden was speaking at the White House on CNBC. They had no audio. And then they said, we're just letting you know he's going to the hospital to pay his respects to, wounded warriors and stuff like that. I was like, I thought everybody was like, he's getting involved. And of course he did. So, but like I said, I think we'll all be protecting the stuff. Let's see. BlackBerry gonna rise. Like I said, I'm expecting Monday a lot of stuff to rise. So I says, what else is moving after hours? Pretty much everything after hours that I've seen is all down. Overall, I mean, except for GameStop today and AMC and a few of those, and Cool. Oh my God, I forget that name. Koss, whatever it is. The headphone maker, that thing really rallied today too. But so says only way to fix GameStop is to delist it. Well, they can't delist it. Oh, but my whole point of all this is there's some big players in this because someone's getting all this stock to short. And also, once you get pounded and you're the market maker, why would you keep shorting it? I mean, like you just at some point, this is all going to collapse. So it'll be definitely very, very interesting. What about silver shorts? I don't know. Yeah, everybody says they're going to run silver next. I don't know. The thing we have to do, and we have to be smart, because we only have so much money, and it's important, and you guys make a living, and you need your money to eat and do these things. So what we want to do is we want to watch these theories. I think we jumped in pretty heavily this week, and if you're not a sophisticated investor, and I'm not trying to say I'm more sophisticated than any of you guys, but I've been through a lot of this. But if you're a new investor and you jumped in this week, and you're like, everybody's buying GameStop. And, Elon Musk just tweeted GameStop. And you're the guy who bought it at $500 a share. And then it went to $100 a share. And hopefully you just had one share. So you're like down $400 at that time. But there's a lot of risk. And that's what, people don't know. The other thing is, how do you know how to play it? Like I said, and what are the fundamentals? I know how Apple works. And actually, thank God we didn't do our normal Apple strategy. I'll show you why. Because Apple this week came out. I told everyone they're going to come out with blowout earnings. Remember what I said, guys? What did I say? Who remembers what the Raja said? I said Apple's going to come out with blowout earnings, best quarter they've ever had. All their new cell phones, all their new iPads, their Macs, their headphones, and whatever else they had, the store revenue. And they did. They blew it out. But I said it's tough to play these when they already have ran up. And I said, look at Netflix. Remember, Netflix actually had a blowout earning. It was $500 a share, went to $590. And now what is Netflix is at? Is at $530, down 60 points from the high. And I told you guys, I said, and Apple didn't even miss earnings. And look what happened to it. I think Apple has a lot of support between 120, 125. I'm going to start writing some more contracts. I have written some more Apple contracts in some of my other accounts. I am playing Apple. But honestly, if we would have done our normal 1,500 Apple, because what I normally would have done is I would have chased it. I would have said, you know what? Earnings came out. Apple, it's 138. Earnings are done. I own the 124s or 128s. They're 5 cents, 10 cents, 10 points out of the money. There's 2 days left this week. Let's go sell the 134, 135, right? Makes sense. Let's roll up, make some more money, pick up 10, instead of, buy this back for 5 cents, 10 cents and sell this for 25, 30 cents, 1,000 contracts. I'm going to make an easy $30,000. And booyah, Apple drops $5. And all of a sudden that 134, we're under is $2. We have $2, here that we're down. And now we're that 50 cents we were trying to make or whatever, 30 cents, 50 cents, we're down $1.50 on, we would have lost 150 grand. So many people I talked to this week lost money, even though they had such big days, they wound up losing money. So you got to be so careful with this. Also, the other big one that I keep telling you guys was going to crash finally started to crash. I told you if Tesla missed earnings, which they did, that this stock could come tumbling down. And I knew some people who were playing, 750. I mean, they were 100 points away. The thing was paying $5 a contract. You can't buy a lot of them at those prices. But this is scary, guys. The thing that actually shocks me is, and I was surprised, is I thought NIO. I was like, if Tesla misses, NIO should probably come down too. But NIO was actually pretty flat and stayed pretty solid. But you see what I'm saying? Remember I was showing you like we can pick apart or like on a normal day, like a normal Friday. But this is tough to pick apart Tesla or any of these, because when they dropped this much in the same day, remember like when we were doing the 840s and I said, oh, you know what? And I look at these charts here. Sometimes I look at them, sometimes I don't. But I kind of look, it's pretty stable here at $800, right? Which it is. Look, for an hour and a half, it sat around this $800 level, and it, kind of even started coming back stronger. So let's say with an hour or two, I'm like, oh, you know what? It's $800. Let's sell the 790, 10 points away. It's paying $1, $2. There's 100 contracts, 10,000 easy. And how many times last week did we make money doing that? Just playing those flat lines and the value of the day and how much of the day is left. Well, I would have got my ass handed to me with this. If we did that, we could, like I said, in a matter of minutes, that thing drops 20 points, 15 points. I was hoping to make $100, $10,000. It drops 20 points, and I'm out 100 grand. So, like we saw with BlackBerry, same thing with BlackBerry. It was 16. I was like, it seems like it has a lot of support around 16. Worst case scenario, maybe 16.50. And this is where it got tough. But this is where, like I said, having the experience and knowing how the market trades and what to look for. When BlackBerry was at $16 today, when BlackBerry was at $18, and it was there for a second, it came back to like 17. It was sitting around there. I said, you know what? It's up. It's nice, 16.57. The contracts were still $1.50. So I was like, I'm not going to close these out for $1.50. It's 50 cents, $1 above the strike price. If I close those contracts out at this price, I'm not making any money, or I'm losing money. I'm still up for the day, and I was up at 1.5600 grand today. But the thing is, I'm like, I can basically go all the way down to 14.50, because once the days are going to expire, the intrinsic value of you're basically buying it back for $1.50 or $2. If it's at 16.50 and the contract's $1.50, you're paying $2 almost, or leaving $2 on the table to buy it back. So it's like, why do you want to waste your money on that? Well, also it was 15.50, and then I'm like, oh shit, now these contracts are $2 each. Now I'm down for the day or so. So I'm like, I'm just going to ride it out. I had confidence. I didn't think BlackBerry would go to $10 today. If it did, it would have been disasterful too. But this is where you have to be sometimes more sophisticated. This is where I'm trying to teach you the mentality of how to do the option trading, of how to roll out, roll up, roll down, roll backwards, roll around, whatever you want to roll. But you have to just have the stamina to know what you're doing. Unfortunately, when Schwab or other brokerage houses don't allow you to roll out or change the rules of the game, it creates a big problem. Or, if they call in, margin, and, you're leveraged and doing nothing wrong, and all of a sudden they change the rules. The good news is, at 100% margin, we know exactly where we stand. There's no other rules for them to change. It's 100% margin. I want to have a million contracts, 100,000 contracts outstanding. I know it's going to cost me 15 million. I want to, so we know the rules now, at least, and maybe one day they'll change the rules again. But that is what it is. If you're watching me on YouTube, make sure you click that subscribe button. We're over we've been growing crazy, like 50, 100 new subscribers a day. So thank you everyone who's been telling your friends and neighbors and everyone about us. But yeah, we've been growing. So on Facebook, YouTube, make sure you subscribe to us. Click the gray bell so you get notifications when we go live. You don't want to miss this Sunday's shows, because we got some exciting stuff for it. And we'll talk about how the market looks going into Monday. Also, if you're on Facebook watching us, make sure you click the follow button and click the like button, the little thumb guy there. If you don't click the like button, you won't get notifications. And on Facebook too, it's really easy to share and tell everyone you're watching the Raja, and Raja makes money, and you're one of my money makers. Let the world know about us so we can have more people join the fun. Big shout out to Woofs in the house today. One of my YouTube sponsors has access to those really cool emojis. Do you watch and trade yourself all day, or do you have someone help you with watching your accounts? So I actually have a team of 27 people here, and they're all feeding me information all day long. No, I'm just kidding. So actually what most people don't know, and like I said, I have a feel of how the market's going. I do listen to CNBC sometimes when I'm riding my bike, and I read the news and stuff. But I 90% of all the trades I do from my cell phone without level 2 or anything. I'm just using the web browser for Charles Schwab, making trades. Nothing special, just very simple to do it. I don't like to have a lot. You know what? There's something called information overload. Sometimes you have too much info. And honestly, let's look at all the charts here. You want to see a chart? Okay, you're a trader, and you want to make an intelligent. You're gonna sit here and watch a level 2 screen all day long, and you want to make a. You want to make a intelligent level 2 decision on GameStop. Okay, and here's the 1-day chart on GameStop. What do you think? So you're watching it here, and it's going up. Okay, it's looking really good. Then it comes all the way down. Then it's back up. Then woo, really up there out of nowhere. Then all of a sudden, whoosh. So it's just the bottom. So I guess we buy. And these are tough. See, like when you're playing an Apple or something, and you know how Apple trades. When Apple's going to have a bad day, it's a bad day, 4 or 5 points down. But normally Apple is, within $1, $2 range. You know what to expect, and you know how to play it. But how do you play a stock when it's $318 and it drops immediately to to 260, 40 points in a matter of 10 minutes? I mean, that could be a free fall. And the other thing is, did somebody else just change the rules? Did it, it get suspended? Is it halted? And then all of a sudden, in a matter of 10 minutes, it's back up here. And then all of a sudden, it really gets back up here. It goes all the way to 380, and then it's back down to here. So you can have all these charts in the world. I mean, honestly, this is very it shows you here a baseline of 315, so you can assume that. But I don't think there's any level of support at that level or not. So, when I trade all myself, nobody helps me. And like I said, I do 90% of it from my phone. That's a kiss, keep it simple, stupid. Yep, that's what I tell people all the time. The one and only Crazy Carl. I have 100 shares of ACB at $4.50. Crazy Carl, all you have to do is put a little decimal point there and just put 4.50. But you must be using text-to-speech on your phone. The share's worth $11.12 to sell it at $5. I would get a premium of $500. I want to keep my 100 shares. So the way I would lose it if it goes down to $5. The shares are worth $11 to sell it at $5. I would get a premium of $5. I honestly have no clue what you're asking. If you own the stock, let's say you bought the stock, you own it at $5. The stock is now $11.12. If you want to sell the option to somebody, the $5 option may pay 50 cents or something, $1. You want to buy my stock at $5 one day, next week, give me 50 cents. But I'm not sure what you're asking. I'm not sure about the whole $5 thing. You can't put like a limit order. And if you're worried about it dropping, you can put a limit order in there. But the problem with limit orders, if you're not paying attention to the market, let's say the market opens up, and with these stocks being so volatile, let's say you had a limit order on GameStop. So GameStop opens up at, it closed at 300. You're like, I'll put a limited order in at, 290, and it opens up at 180 before it runs back up. You're going to get filled at $180. So you have to be very careful with limit orders when the market is opening or closing, or before hours and after hours and stuff like that. So another question about Dogecoin. So hey, if you believe in Elon Musk tweets and people just you got to remember this was a joke coin based on a meme, or I think memes or something like that. I don't know. It's a worthless coin. If you guys really want, I'll let you guys in on a real secret. Okay, I have the Big Jackpot slot app. It's available on your iOS or Android store. You can hurry up and download it. I have Raja Bucks in there. Raja Bucks is the new thing that they are all going to try and run up in price. Whoever can get the most Raja Bucks on the app in their account, these Raja Bucks could double or triple in value what you can buy on my app. I don't know how we're going to do it yet, but they could double or triple in value. This is a worthless coin. So like I said, if you were the first guy who read Elon Musk's tweet and knew where to buy Dogecoin and bought it, you made 700% that day when it went from a penny to 7 cents. But if you're the guy who bought it at 7 cents and now it's at 3 cents or 4 cents, you're an idiot. So here's what I tell people. If you have FU money, go to the casino. If you have FU money, buy Dogecoin. If you're trying to feed your family, don't buy Dogecoin. That's not how you're going to pay your bills and feed your family. So if you want, like I said, you know what, you have $1,000 to your name and you have $100 you want to go blow and have some fun with, try it. I don't know. You got nothing to lose, but yeah, those are very high risk. There's no fundamental to it. There's nothing backing Dogecoin. It was a worthless coin. And I know it sounds like I'm saying the same thing about GameStop and some of these other stocks. They were all worthless or worth $1, $2, $5. And now look at them. But at least there's a business behind it. You know, they may lose money, but at least they have something to show for. So, and like we've discussed, and a couple of people, left some negative comments. Raj, you don't know what you're talking about, blah, 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 blah. What is GameStop's not worth $25 billion overnight? What is it? Who could justify $25 billion for GameStop? There is, nothing there. So, but what do you think is going to happen Monday? You're going to have to tune in Sunday night for my Monday predictions. But no, I think Monday, like I said, I think we're going to see a rally. I think all this stuff's going to have a rally. It's not like the SEC or the Congress is going to pass any new laws or do stuff. Brokerage houses have all weekend to figure out their financials or what they're going to do. But I think we'll have a strong rally Monday. I wouldn't be surprised to see GameStop back to $500 a share or something. I wouldn't be surprised to see it, AMC. Wouldn't be surprised to see AMC at $100 a share. Who knows? And hopefully we'll see BlackBerry at $25 a share again. It'll be my best Monday ever if we do. So, but yeah. Anybody else? Any other questions? I can take a couple more questions. So, what do you guys? And also, guys, what else did you guys play today? What else did good today? Anything that you liked your stuff? So Bernard says SEC attacking the crypto now. Yeah, Janet Yellen hates crypto, and I've said that before. So Elon Musk may be setting up for a battle with the government. Maybe that's why he did that tweet today, and he's setting up for a battle with them or something like that. I don't know. It's going to be interesting, but yeah, Janet Yellen is not a big crypto person, and like I've said before with the crypto, obviously stocks move. It's crazy, but with the crypto, it's you can't run a business on something. Imagine if your value of the U.S. American dollar fluctuated the way cryptocurrency does. So you go to the gas station to buy gas, and it's $2 a gallon. You start pumping it, and all of a sudden, your gas keeps shutting off, and it's like now it's $2.10 a gallon because supply and demand. Oh, it's $3 a gallon now because it just went up, and it's the same thing. You can't have a currency that from the time I walk out my door, it's $31,000. Elon Musk makes a tweet and it's $36,000. Then everybody's like, why did we buy this? And Robinhood's not going to allow you to trade it any longer, or you have to have cash on hand. And now it's $34,000. It just doesn't work. It's like I said, it doesn't work. So somebody says, is IDX a good hold? I think it's around $4 or something. Everybody's talking about that one, but I haven't played it. There's 100 of these. There's thousands of stocks. There's 100 of these that we can all play. We can all start rumors. It's hard to say. So Rupan says, yes, Raja, check Neo premiums. How are they? And play some Palantir. Support your local dollar. But at least Palantir has some big government contracts, or they're supposed to get some big ones and stuff. But these are all, like I said, the volatility right now is through the roof. So this is a great time to play these because the volatility is so high. So with the VIX up there, as you can see here, these premiums, even like on Apple and some of this stuff, it's through the roof for, and stuff that's 5-10 points out of the money. So you can do good. Ren Slot says Pinterest and Snap Plug tell PGN. Not familiar with PGN. The other three I are. Plug was on fire for a while. Scott says COO made YouTube video about it being shorted. Thoughts? Volume increasing on which stock is that on? Sometimes these chats go by, so I'm not sure what you guys are looking at all the time. Are you still waiting for Jag to go up? Also, do you like ABNB to buy now and hold? Yeah, Jaguar, we're still waiting to go up. Jeff Schwartz told us it was supposed to go up, and it actually did around the time he said it. Went to 355 out of nowhere, and then just came crashing back super fast. Airbnb. Pull this one up for you guys. Woofs asked about Airbnb. This one came out strong out of the gates. It's up from the IPO after it kind of came back down here. You remember? So, it's been as high as, I don't know. I mean, they still have negative earnings. I don't know. Hard to say on that one. And now Biden, with canceling travel and stuff and international travel, and who knows? That's what I want to look at. United Airlines, how they went up today. United Airlines just told everyone that they're going to maybe cut 14,000 jobs. Well, it was down 6%. So let's see. Derek says sold calls today on AMC for $3 for February 12th at 29 cents. By the end of the day, bottom back at 17 cents. Easy money. Yeah, when that stuff moves. And that's what I did. I sold all those calls. I had those 900 contracts on the $5 ones and bought them all back today at 1 and 2 cents at the end of the day. So, yeah, I mean, when you can get the right opportunities and leverage options, it's very easy to do, and it makes a lot of money and stuff. So definitely want to check all that out. But hey, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope everybody has an amazing weekend. Don't forget about the Webull Challenge. You still have time to sign up and get into it. And if you are going to be into it, make sure you follow that link and submit your entry, so your account that we know, and get your name and everything in there with Brian and Denver. Just follow the link there and the directions. Simple and easy to do. It starts on Monday. Can't wait to see who's going to win the Webull Challenge and be the best trader out there, starting with $100. But hey, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. If you haven't followed me yet, follow me. Have an amazing weekend and get set for this Sunday show, because I know all hell is going to break out this weekend with a lot of this stuff. It's going to keep coming, and it's not going to stop. So I will see you guys Sunday. Enjoy your weekend. Take care and have a great